Hi everyone, welcome back to Diamond Paints with Mike, and today we are doing a little bit more of the tree. Just look, oh my god, majestic. I could kiss you, look at this. It just like, oh, so much better than that film, you know, you don't hear the crinkliness, you know, it's just, oh, I love it. Really, really like this. Who would have thought I'd have a silicone mat? Wow. So, we've got quite a lot to get through in this whip and chat, so I'll try and sort this out. Now, the weather today is bloody hot. It is really warm. And today I have been starting to kit up Majestic's, where is it? Yeah, I've started to kit up Majestic's, oh, what's it called? I can't think today. Groot. So the baby Groot, and I've used the blank ones to put what the painting is, so I want to get that going soon. So that is really, really good. So yeah, last night I was kitting that up. Or was it today? I can't remember when I kitted it up, but I've kitted that up, so I want to get started on that soon. And I ordered this painting from Vinted a couple of days ago, and I couldn't believe it. So this painting has been so hard to get hold of because the first time I ordered it, the person didn't even bother to send it, and Vinted automatically cancelled it. And on their reviews, I normally check their reviews before I buy it, because if they've got loads of like negatives, it tells me that they're probably not a good one to buy from. And I was so happy I found this painting. I jumped in it and just ordered it. Well, it wasn't until later I noticed they had quite a lot of buy cancelled order on there, on their feedback, and I was like, oh my god. And obviously I didn't want to cancel the order down because I would get a negative review for that, for cancelling it. So I couldn't believe it. And yeah, I just, oh my god, I could just, like, I just thought, oh, I'll let it, you know, just see if it sends. And because they did have a lot of buy and cancel ordered. Well, guess what? They couldn't even be bothered to send it. No communication whatsoever. I did message a few times and said, like, have you sent the order out? Nothing, just nothing back. So then, third time, I ordered this painting again. And this one had a bit of a delay because DPD, for some reason, lost it. This was supposed to be here like a couple of days ago, and according to the warehouse or the depot, something went wrong with something to do with, it was returned to Chelmsford and was being held there because something to do with it wasn't loaded onto a trailer or something to go to our sortation facility. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's like this painting is just like haunted, because why is it all 3 times I've tried to order it, there's always been a problem, and even down to this one, it's been a problem. So I don't know why this painting has had this, like, you know, so many problems with it. But the good news is I have now finally got it. This was due 2 days ago, but I have got it now. And it's in a Parcel Force bag, but it didn't come with Parcel Force, it came with DPD. But I've got it here and it's a big one, so I'm gonna unbox that tomorrow because I really wanted to do a whip and chat. We've done a few unboxings lately and I want to do some whip and chat. I've done a few shorts as well, and just because, like, I want a bit of a, we've been sort of like very hit and miss with unboxing, so I put some shorts into place. And yeah, so I actually found one the other day of this, what was it? It was a muntjac deer that I was walking through St Nicholas's Church. There's a little bit before you get to that, and it was in a place called Spring Lodge, and it just came out of nowhere and just walked along and went in the bush. And you get an awful lot there, and you sort of think, well, where do they come from? Because The other side of where that is like a big field with a subway where cars go over it. So it's like, where on earth do they come from? Or like you're walking down where that, you know, that little bit that I showed you with the squirrel up the tree with the path. You're walking through there and then one will just appear out of nowhere. But yeah, so I've been putting some shorts up just to really, you know, alternate it a bit because we've not had any unboxings. But now I've got that one, I'll put that up tomorrow, and I won't put a short up tonight because we've got that tomorrow now. So very, very happy with that. And yeah, so that's that. Now, getting on to Vinted. What a bloody fiasco this was. So, my regular candle supplier has sent me numerous candles that I purchased. Now, I bought some other things that were not candle related because she had some other things on there and I thought, oh, I'll have them. And one of the candles came okay and one didn't. So let me just pop back a minute. So she was doing an offer, 2 for £8. Now, I generally don't buy seasonal candles unless it's, you know, we're at the season. Now, she had 2 of these, which I've never ever tried these before, and these are called nutmeg. So, as you can see underneath, it's got nutmeg written on it. I don't know what that smells like, but I'm going to save these for September. You see, it's got the leaves on it, and how, you know, it just goes with the painting. Now, one arrived okay, and she did bubble wrap them. The second one ended up like this. So, under my consumer rights, I've really felt bad for submitting a claim, but the problem is I still have consumer rights, so I'm still within my rights to claim for a refund. And I really didn't want to because obviously, you know, I've bought off this lady quite a lot, and I really felt bad for like just submitting a claim, but at the end of the day, I'm one candle down. Because, yeah, the glass is smashed, but I can't, I mean, I can light it, but all the wax is going to pour out of here. I can't dig it out because I'll end up cutting myself or something. So it's just going to have to sit like that on a plate or something until it's burnt right the way through. So trying to get to Vinted, I sent them this. So I sent them a photo of how it looked. So this was like what the box was like, so okay, no problem there. And then this is what it was like in the packaging. Now there was stuff, you know, with that, but I took that out and I sent them that, and they were not, like, they was not gonna have it. They just did not do it, right? And they were just going backwards and forwards. They said, oh, we need to wait 48 hours. This is now like more than 48 hours. And they weren't having it. They were basically very sort of like obstructive. And basically what they said was something to do with, they need a picture of the inner packaging, how it was wrapped, and pictures of the inside package and all that. And I thought, oh my God, this is ridiculous. So, yeah, they're quite frustrating because what happens is if you don't send the proper proof and stuff, what happens is they basically say this. So basically it will say, they basically go, without the sufficient proofs, we will have to complete the transaction and release the payment to the seller. So if you've chucked the box away and you can't send them a photo of, you know, basically what they're saying is they want all the items in the box showing how it was packed. But if you forget and chuck the box away, they will force that to the seller. So in the end, I was £4 lost, £4 short, because it's not the seller's fault, it's not my fault, it's the courier. So after 48 hours of the order being suspended, Vinted were no help whatsoever, even showing them, I mean, I'm not being funny, but this is clearly enough proof, isn't it? It's clearly showing that the glass is broke, but that's not enough proof to Vinted. And I thought, oh my God, this is not worth the headache, you know, I'll just release the order and you know, I'll just have to take a hit on it, which means I'm now going to have to put up £4. I'm not going to have to whack something up on Vinted and just well, if I've got something on there, say like, I don't know, £2, I'll have to add £4 onto it to recover that loss, because the way Vinted works is they won't refund you partially, you have to refund the whole lot. So because I bought other items in it, it would mean that all the other items would be refunded too. So in the end, after 48 hours, because me and the seller was like, let's just wait and see what Vinted say. But then today it's just been backwards and forwards, and I felt like half the time, like, we're just going around in circles here. So I had to make the decision to just release the payment, let the seller have their money, and I'll just have to take the hit on it. But it's so frustrating. And yeah, so yeah, it's kind of annoying, really. So that was that. Now I've got some other news for you people. Where is it? You know, I was talking about this Chupa Chup or whatever it's called. There's a video on TikTok of someone arguing over Chupa Chup. But, you know, I was telling you about them candles. Well, I went to Savers because the great thing about Savers, on the app, it shows you what... so on the app, it basically shows you what shops have stock. So if I was to go, if I wanted these skinny bars, for example, and I pressed go to store, it will show you, hang on a minute, click and collect free. Is that the right one? Oh, what's happened here? Hang on a minute. Yeah, so if you say collect from store, yeah, it will then show you all the stores that has that item. So for example, if I was to add, I don't know, kitchen link spray, so let's just add this as a dummy, a dummy one. It will basically show you all the different stores that have it in store, and then it will show you like Braintree no stock. So I had to go all the way over to Chelmsford Savers because my store don't have it. Now when you order it on the system, let's just show you one here. So they're called Chupa Chup and Chupa Chup or whatever they're called, but as you see on here, guys, this is basically mixed. Now for £1, I think that's a great deal, so you don't know which one you get, and they do put it in a black bag. And I got this one, mango. I've got a Chupa Chups lollipop candle, look, because Chupa Chup over here is a lolly that you have. And oh my god, the smell of this candle is brilliant. So I can't believe that for £1. That's a bloody bargain. Now looking at that, it's probably going to be like half the size. That will burn probably within about 2 to 3 hours probably, because it's a really big jump from the size of candles I normally get, as you can see. But oh my god, it still smells really nice now, and I can't wait to use that. But to finally get one, I'm so happy. Like but as I say, it's mix and match, so when I do a click and collect, because it's free as well, and just so you know, their speed is really good. Like, you can get your order within about 60 minutes. It's super quick. But I quite like the idea of actually ordering it on the app and not knowing which one you're going to get, because obviously if you went into the store, you can pick out which one you want. So I kind of really want to get the grape one, because I've actually had grape Fanta. Someone in America sent me it a while back, and it is really, really yummy. So yeah, I got the Chupa Chup, and yeah, I couldn't believe that. I was like, I've got to show you guys. I'm obsessed with candles. I don't know why. I'm addicted to buying candles. Yeah, so I'm super happy I've got them that mango candle. So I've got so many candles coming in. It's which one do you use? And I'm kind of annoyed because, like, I feel like I need to use this now with the tree, but you've got to save it for autumn, you know. It's just, I'm so gutted that it's like it's gone, because, you know, we could have, if I saw that autumn time, because this ain't a Wickford and Co one. Wickford will always have the name written on the jar, and I just can't believe I've not got a Wickford one. But just so you know, people, if you want the chicken tote bags, they are heavily reduced on the range at the moment. So the range, let's just show you this, because I'm going to mix and match one. I'm going to do a click and collect and just hope I've got one. And my phone don't want to work today because it's low battery. Oh my God. Yeah, they're like £1.60 at the moment on the Range website. So I'm going to do a click and collect, and I really want to get the rabbit, but if I end up with a chicken, then I end up with a chicken bag again. I could probably wrap it, you know, wrap it up and give it to my sister, seal it as like a shopping bag. But I just can't be bothered to walk up the escalator, or, well, you stand on the escalator, but I can't be bothered to go upstairs. And I don't think the lifts ever work in there, so guess what I'm doing tonight? Even though I've just come back from Chelmsford, because I've been at work today, I forgot to go in the bloody Range. So I'm going to go later, because they're open till 8. So I'm going to pop back there later, because my ticket, I've got, because at work I have to go, with my work, I have to buy a weekly ticket. So you see here, this is my weekly ticket, and it's so brilliant because it's like Angela's bus pass. And what's lovely about this is it's just really, really, just brilliant. What is going on with this bloody thing? Seriously. Everything's just like, why is nothing working today? Oh man, what's going on with this? Oh, my phone's playing up again, but basically, it is really, really, what's really good about it is you can go backwards and forwards as many times as you like, and that runs out tomorrow apparently. So I've got to renew that, but I thought, well, it runs out tomorrow, I might as well jump on it again tonight. They don't close till 8. I'm going to pop to B&M's as well. They're really good. Oh my God, Iceland's over there in Riverside, Victoria Road. They have only got an Iceland's there, and they're open like really late, till 9 o'clock. The one here in Braintree, they close at 6. So I'm going to have a little rummage around in there, because when I was with my sister that time, we found an apple turnover frozen, and oh my God, if I could get that. I love going to the pound section, because they've got a section where everything's a pound. Oh my God, like the amount of things you can get. You get frozen chips for £1, nuggets. Oh my God, there's so much stuff. Like, it might not taste great because it's like cheap shit, but I've got this habit of calling everything cheap shit. But oh my God, they've like so many good things. So I'm going to pop back there after I film this and just pick up this bag. So, but I try to not do click and collects in the evenings, because I've actually before just finished work, went to like some of the other shops, and then it's getting like getting to the bit where I'm like, oh my God, I'm finished now, what do we do? And they're still not collected it, and I mean they're still not processed it, and I'm like, oh, I'll go home then. And I've literally got on the train, and then they go, oh, your order's ready for collection. Or I get home, it's like 9, it's like just turned 8 o'clock, and then they say, oh, it's ready for collection. But yeah, while they've got them offers, you know, you got to do it. Well, so look at that. Oh my God, just look at that fence. Oh my God, isn't it detailed? Look, you've got the, I mean, that's going to obviously come through the fence, but just have like, we're getting a fence put in now. Like, this is so cool. Harris, you're going to have to let me know if you've started yours, because I don't know if you have or not, but yeah. It's oh my god, once you start doing this, and I know Paula, you left a comment saying you might want to get this. I got a feeling this won't be back out until autumn, because when I did that Come Shop With Me the other day, I didn't see it on the shelf. So if you want to get this, you're going to probably have to wait till September, because it's not, I don't think it's on the website. It's definitely not in my store, because certain ones, they'll be there all year round, like animal ones, but when it's like a winter, Easter, you know, they sort of like, they go in and out, and then you won't see it again until next year. So yeah, but I really want to start my little pencil case. It's super cool. So we'll do a bit over here now and sort that out. But yeah, so much to do now, because obviously I've been kitting up Majestic's Groot, because that's the first one that was at the top of the pile with the unboxing. I've got my Easter cup to do, I've got my pencil case to do, I've got Paula's Dreamers Designs, that butterfly to do. I've got to do some kitting up, because I found one more of these, which I didn't think I had, but I found one more of Sharon's rack thing, so I've got kitting up to do. Yeah, it's always on the go. But what have we got tomorrow? Yeah, so tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Friday, is it? No, Thursday. For some reason I keep thinking it's Friday. It's Thursday tomorrow. No, Wednesday tomorrow. We're only at the start of the week, and I think we're at the end. Now, Saturday, I was going to pop over and see my nephew for a bit, but the problem is, guess what? They've got all engineering works, which means if it's on my route, because sometimes it's like my route, sometimes it's like Colchester Way, or it can be any sort of route that they work on. And I'm sure they said this week we've got buses, because there's a sign saying we've got to change at Ingatestone or something. But I don't mind going on the buses, but I don't really, it's all right, it's all right going on the bus from Braintree to Whittam, but when you go from Whittam to Braintree, half of the buses are parked here, half are over the other side on the car park, and you're like, well, which one, you know, which way do we go? Because we asked the people there's people that help you, and they said, oh yeah, you need to go round to the car park. We went round to the car park, and they said, oh no, it's over the other side, and by the time you've got back, they've already pulled away and gone, so you've got to wait an hour. So I'm probably going to leave it and do a live instead. So what I'm going to say is Saturday we'll go back to doing a live. Now I haven't had a chance, and it'll be live Sunday as well, because obviously Mother's Day has been and gone now. So there's no commitments or engagements that I've got this week. So I thought we'd do a live. Next engagement's April, isn't it really? Easter, we've got my sister's birthday. Oh, there's just so much to do. But what I'm going to do is, because I did promise a live for the one that we cancelled on Sunday, so I'll have to, I'm thinking perhaps squeeze 3 hours on Saturday. Do about 3 hours just to compensate for the hour that we wasn't able to do it. Cool, this is getting really filled up now, isn't it? You can really feel it sort of squeezing in. Yeah, this is fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah. Okay, lovely. So, I still ain't, I need that number 9 badly. That's driving me mad. I need to find it. I can't find it. And it is here, because this number 6, I just took out the pack. So it's here somewhere. I just need to hurry up and locate it. Right, okay, so what we'll do now is we'll do a little bit just here. So yeah, I'll be collecting that bag later, and wonder what we're gonna get, eh? And I've also got to stop off at Braintree Freeport because I've got to pick up ordered some carrots on the Just Play game. And I thought, well, while I've got a rail card, I'll just make use of the rail card and just hop on to the train. I'll have to wait like an hour to come back, but you want to get as much use out of the ticket as possible because, you know, I have to pay. I had to pay, where is it? I had to pay 50 quid for my ticket. 50 quid. Oh, it's so frustrating. I hate paying for things. I wish like everything could be free, but then that's a bit pointless because we wouldn't make, you know, thing. But yeah, this is so good because I have a weekly from Braintree to Chelmsford and I can go as many times as I like. The only problem is with a weekly we have what's called a smart card, and at the stations you have these little podiums. It's got like a little blue, it's a little blue machine with like a yellow round button on it, and every time you get on and off you have to tap on the thing because it's very important you tap in and out. So every time you leave the station, tap it. Every time you go in the station, tap it, because you need to tap it when you're entering, when you're exiting. Not so much if you've got a station where there's no ticket barrier, but even if you had a station where you didn't have a ticket barrier, if you forget to tap in and tap out and you have to do a delay repay claim, they can't see where you've been between Braintree and Chelmsford. So if you don't tap in and you make a claim, they'll probably reject it because they need to see that you've tapped in and tapped out. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know, on buses where they tap, is it an Oyster card they call it, or it's some pass thing that they tap. Angela might be able to tell us, but you tap the pass and it lets them on and lets them off. It's similar to that, really. I mean, nowadays most of the buses do contactless, which I think is great. You know, you don't have to stand there waiting. Sometimes you don't, you know, you don't even have to speak to the driver if you don't want to, because you just tap in and it takes it off your card, doesn't it? So, but Chelmsford's funny because every time you tap in, when you what's it called? You know, you tap your bank card, it always comes up saying they've took 10p, and then like the day later it turns into like the actual fare. So it's like they take like a card check payment, and then they like take the full amount like a day later. So oh, it's so much easier than like having to get change and carry change everywhere. But yeah, so I'm gearing up to do a bit of Majestics group painting. So it's going to be a busy weekend, I reckon, this weekend, because I want to do like a full day's worth, because weekends are the only sort of days I can really have a good diamond painting sort of catch-up day, and I can get 2 or 3 done, whereas during the week I can only get 1 done because I'm working. So I'm really gonna I've told myself I'm gonna make a start on Saturday of doing I want to get my tumbler done. I want to try and get the pencil case. That pencil case ain't gonna take long to do, and then I want to try and get round to doing a bit of Majestics canvas done. Even if I don't complete it by the end of March, I'll still show you like a progress of it, but I'll do it in a whip on that one. So yeah, if you ever need a train, if you ever like going out between 2 stations, because although my ticket is between Braintree and Chelmsford, because I work in Chelmsford, I always get a weekly because it's cheaper and you can get on and off. But although it's between Braintree and Chelmsford, I can also get off at any station along that route. So I can actually hop off at Whittam and then get back on at Whittam if I wanted to. So it's just, oh, it's so much easier. You can go on it as many times as you like. And all this time I've been paying like daily fare, which is like near enough £11 something every day. I didn't even know they did weeklies until now. Like, yeah, so I've changed it to weekly, but just to get from there to there, oh my god, like, it's so expensive. But I suppose it's good in a way because you get, you know, unlimited travel. You don't have to pay out every day, but it's think it was like 60 quid for the whole week. If you paid that out every week, that's what, near enough £400. I mean, there is a monthly one, but that's like 209 quid. So at some point, I've really not, I don't really want to do a monthly, because sometimes I don't travel on the weekends, so that would mean that they get like more of the ticket out of me. Because if I don't travel on every day, I normally get a weekly that goes from Monday to Friday, but sometimes the ticket lets you have the weekend on it as well. But I sort of think, well, if you don't travel weekends, you know, you're sort of letting them have, you're not getting as much use out of the ticket. But it's kind of annoying when you're like, you know, you're working all these hours and you have to pay out on train fare, where, you know, you want to work to earn money for yourself and, you know, treat yourself, not to just pay bills all the time. And it kind of feels like that at the moment. But sometimes you know, you just have to bite your tongue on it, and, you know, you just have to understand that it gets you to work, don't you? So I can't believe this. I've had my coffee here, look guys. And Paulie, you know that, I don't think I've got it on my desk, but that bookmark you left a comment about, I've done that bookmark. And I could have sworn I had it. Is it on here? I don't know where I put that then. But I've done that bookmark. It's on the channel somewhere. I don't know what theme it would be in, but yeah, I've done that bookmark before. It's a really lovely one to do. So yeah. Right, so we'll do a bit of work here now. Get some of that done. And that will be that done then. And then I reckon from the next session, I'm trying to get all this sea colour done, you see, because that really gets, you know, a lot of the floor done. But yeah, I probably won't have time to open this Vinted parcel until tomorrow now, because I've got that rabbit bag on my mind. But as I say, if I've got the wrong bag, you know, it is what it is, because I've got a feeling that bag is not going to be reduced, because, you know, when I showed you that cup, it reduced in the shop, I didn't see the bag knocked down in price. So I've got a feeling if I go in the shop and go upstairs, that's going to be full price still. So to lock in that deal, yeah, to lock in that deal, I want to ensure that it's to lock in that deal, I want to make sure that it's you know, the reduced one. So now what I could do is I could open it and see if it is the bag while I'm there, and just ask them to exchange it. I think you have like different rights when it's click and collect. I don't know how the exchange works on that. Let's just have a look what do we have to do for click and collect. How to exchange a click and collect item. The range. The range. Because I've never done an exchange. I've done it on like normal orders, but not like if you bought it off the shelf, but not a click and collect. Oh, okay. So it says here, what's that say? The range, you must return the item with a receipt, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, it says to place a new order. It doesn't say anything about exchanges, as they do not offer direct exchanges with click and collect. Oh, right. So does that mean I've got to keep the item then, whatever one I get? Because it says here, as they do not offer direct exchanges. That doesn't make sense. Like, why can't you exchange it? You've ordered it on the website. It's got the same coding as the other bag. Because I asked them once why they're like mix and match, and they said it's because both items have the same coding. But I'll tell you something, right? One day I really wanted to click and collect, so what I did, I went in the shop and I put the bag I wanted. The other design was here, and I took that one off, put the one I wanted at the front, and then put that bag behind, and then done the click and collect, left the shop, went for a burger, and then they said your order's ready, looked in the bag, and once I picked it up, and it was the one I wanted. So because I know for a fact there's not going to be many people going for diamond painting. I've shopped in that shop for over a year, and I've never ever seen someone else pick up diamond paintings while I've been shopping. It seems to be only me that buys them. But I have seen another 40x50. It's got like horses on it, but I don't know, it's not really doing it for me. So yeah, 46 minutes just like that. Bloody hell. Well, at least we got this done, because tonight's video was almost going to be a shorts of London, but I thought, well, because I wasn't sure. Oh my god, look at that, we've got a crack. Wow, it's got half the drill off it. Yeah, I wasn't sure what time I was going to nip back to Chelmsford, and I thought, well, I'll get this done first, because that's what's lovely about using a light board. You're not like limited on time, where you've got one with like a backing on, you're sort of like up against the clock sort of thing because of daylight. But when you've got a light board, it doesn't matter what time, because you've got you can have the light board. But this board's going to be going soon, because I want to upgrade it to Jenny's Crafting Zone has got a battery powered one, and I want to upgrade it to that. Because we all know when you want to sit down in the armchair and you want to diamond paint and you've got a light board, you've got all them bloody wires in the way. And I think if I had a battery powered one, or even a solar powered one, like, I don't know if you can get like a solar panel one, but that would just be like so much better. Because I'm very restricted with this. I have to like literally sit here with it all the time, because it has to plug into the wall. But yeah, having said that, I do have a 3-meter charger cable that I got off Joybuy for my iPhone, but it's lovely, that one, because you can sit in the sofa and you've got this massive lead, and you don't have to have it like right up close against the plug. But yeah, so okay, lovely. So I think we've done a good session here, people. Now this is interesting, because this looks like there's a black fence going on here with a bit of purpley fence, but over there it just seems to be all the purple fence. But I think we'll just do this little nugget bit here, and then that'll get us that done. And then yeah, so let's try and figure out what the schedule's going to be. So tomorrow's definitely going to be this Vinted package, and then that'll bring us on to Thursday. So today's Wednesday, Thursday will be Vinted package. Friday we'll do a bit more. We haven't done the hedgehog for so long, for a while, so we'll do a bit more of the hedgehog. Saturday we'll do 3 hours on this, if the phone lets us, because I always get a bit worried with live streams, because the longer you do it, the more hotter the phone's gonna get. So I don't know if it's going to let me do 3 hours, but we can certainly try. If it starts to get hot, we can always cut it short. And then Sunday, we'll go back to the hedgehogs. But I reckon if we do a good 3 hours on this, we'll get it probably finished. I think the next time I work on this, I really want to get some of this red going on here. This tree up here needs a lot of filling, because we've got all that black to do. So, yeah, it's getting there. It really is getting there, you know. So, we just got to try and persevere with it, and just keep persevering, and we'll soon get it done. I want to go back up to Sudbury again. Like, that was so cool up there. I had to cover a shift up there, and oh my god, their shops are fantastic. So I've got to do a come shop with me up there at some point. But as I say, with the range, it will be very sort of like here and there, because there's not really, I mean, last trips was so disappointing. There was just hardly nothing. I picked up literally the pencil case and that was it. So you see why I don't really go there much anymore. When it very first opened, like, I used to pick up loads, you know, when I used to walk around with the trolley. I'll never forget that day that we picked up that awful trolley and it had that rattling wheel. Oh my god, that was so funny. But now it's just like, there's just very, very little. I might have to do an online order and get a couple of the big ones again. But yeah, so... oh dear. Oh, that's so funny. All the way round the shop. Wow, 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 wow. If that was my... I'm not being funny, but if that was my brother, he would pick the basket up and fix the wheel. He loves fixing things. So, I'm just super happy I found my red pen. How it fell down the back, because it must have, I don't know how it happened, but it must have fell off down here. I'll just take a photo here so you can see. But I don't know how it did it, but... So, as you can see, this is like the top of the painting, and then that's where the plug goes in. That wire feeds into my light board, and then this one does the phone. So it must have rolled off down the back of it and fell down the back of it. But this desk is pushed right up to the wall. But when I went to find it, it was right up against the wall. So perhaps there's a gap or something, I don't know. But yeah, eventually this desk has got to be renewed, because in one of my live streams, I think it was the last live stream, I showed you the bit. Yeah, basically it's like this. So this has got to be renewed at some point, because it's just so much crap. So basically, it's run out of battery. But yeah, in one of my live streams, I showed you the side of it, and yeah, when they sent me this desk, it didn't come with bolts, and Amazon expected me to take it back to the post office. I was like, there's no way I can drag that up there. Like, have you seen the size of this thing? And they were like, oh, we'll just refund you then and you can keep it. But it's so frustrating, because it's a lovely sized desk, but just the drawers, I couldn't put the drawers in it, so I modded it in a way that I could just shove crap down the side of it. It's like a storage. I keep my 40x50 ones next to it as well, like in the whole bit, so just it makes a bit of storage room, doesn't it? So right, I'm going to leave that session there, people. Thank you very much for watching, because I'm really enjoying working on this, and I'm really sorry I forgot to show you what it looks like. I forgot to turn the light off, so we'll do that now for you. I'll do it from the wall here, but yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look... I love this flooring, and just look at the detail on that gate. I don't think I've ever diamond painted a gate before, but wow, this is just looking really, really nice. But I think if we, you know, the more we spend on it, the more time we're going to get it finished. But there's quite a lot of flooring left to do here, but I think we've done quite a lot of flooring, so I think next session we'll do a bit of work with this up here. But that's what it looks like, people. And we're going to put this lovely mat. This is my new favourite toy for diamond painting. Look at that. You just peel it off, no noise whatsoever. Beautiful. Wow. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe on the way out of this video, and I will see you again, I think Saturday is it we said, for the next stage of this. Coming up tomorrow, it's off to Vinted. Bye bye for now.